everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about Andor Episode 7. Now, I am not gonna lie to you guys, I watched it yesterday, but I had watched it kind of late in the day because I sort of forgot about it. And not in any mean way, not in any discouraging way, but I did. I sort of forgot. It wasn't until I looked on Twitter. I had got off work. I looked on Twitter and I saw some people talking about it, and I saw and I saw a couple and I looked on YouTube and Twitter and was like, oh shit, yeah, Andor, fuck, all right, I gotta go watch it. I was like, oh, immediately went and watched it. This week's episode is another great one. It's another great episode, go figure. In this week's episode is really the aftermath of the heist and the shuffling of the board, so to speak, because up until the heist, there's a lot of posturing, so to speak. There's a lot of people going, well, maybe we'll move, or maybe this. We obviously get to see there's this one imperial girl who's trying to it seems like I don't remember the name of the exact thing, this part of the Empire's name, but clearly they're like essentially what's the word I'm looking for? They're essentially the security of the Empire. There's the security, the people who investigate things going on it, like the people who investigate things like this. But either way, the one girl was under the impression that there was a rebellion starting. Like, she could see a pattern that was leading to a rebellion, which is obviously which we obviously know happens and whatnot. And it's one of those things that if they had squashed it right then and there, maybe it wouldn't have accelerated to where it became. But I digress. So after the heist, where it was a lot of, we should look at this, we should look at that. Everything was kind of calm. Things are kind of kicked into high gear. Everyone is moves are being made. Characters are shifting. Andor himself, and they did something interesting with Andor because clearly, as I've said before, and many probably have said, the entirety of the show is about Andor finding his drive, finding his fire to be a rebel, to be someone who's willing and eventually will die for the cause and die for something bigger than himself. And clearly that's what the entire show is leading to. And there is a bit of me that's kind of that's like, we all know that. So the entirety of the show is getting him there. And last week, we thought maybe, when he killed that one dude who was obviously going to be a traitor and obviously wasn't in this for the rebellion for the right reasons, when he killed that one dude to essentially save what was going on there, that was kind of like shades of it, him being more into this cause, and especially when that kid died and during the heist, and that kid believed the cause so much. They started to affect him as well. So the slow burn to him realizing that, and I thought, when the episode begins, Andor he returns home. He's trying to talk his mom. He's trying to talk his mom, particularly his mom, into I got all these credits. We can get on something. We can get the hell out of here. We can go somewhere where the Empire. Where the Empire's a little looser. Well, maybe the Empire's out there, but they're a little looser. We can go somewhere out there and we can live happily ever after. And we've seen this story. I've seen this done. Main protagonist, maybe he's not the best of guys. Main protagonist has an opportunity to walk away scot-free and not have to deal with anything. And, his conscience, on top of other circumstances, lead him to turning around and doing the right thing and fighting anyways. Because at a certain point, his mom says, no, I'm not leaving with you. We have to fight. And his mom pretty much gives him a beautiful speech. It's a beautiful, well-acted, touching moment between Andor and his mother. The actress does an amazing job. It was very well done, which isn't news. Like I say, the show itself, Andor, feels like something that would be on HBO. It feels like something that would be on that prestige television. So that ain't new. That ain't new that they have scenes that are really juicy like this. Couple scenes in this episode that are really juicy, particularly scenes with Mon Mothma at this gala, I don't know, this gala or party, not a party, but at this thing with important people, which was a very juicy scene. Very juicy scene. Great, really great drama and really great dialogue. Well written. The whole episode was well directed, by the way. Beautifully directed. But that's not a shocker because this episode was directed by the directors of the, God damn it, it was the FX show about those spies. The Americans, yeah. It was directed by those guys. That director, it was directed by that person. So it's not shocker that this was directed very well. But that scene was seeing Andor and his mother it really got me. But you know, like I was saying, usually there's a scene where the hero could walk away, where the good guy, where the ambiguous hero could walk away, could potentially get scot-free and not have to get involved in this, and he turns around. Well, they didn't do that in this. They actually had Andor straight up walk away. He took his money, he took it, and he landed on a very beautiful looking planet. He was hooking up with some girl. I mean, clearly he had been there for a little bit because they got their own place and shit. So he had hooked up with some girl. He left. He jetted out. But life has a funny way of hitting you right in the face, or destiny, so to speak. What happened here was so relatable to me because I can tell you how often it is that I decide to take an easier path, even with something as little as, I don't want to do this thing. I'm going to just, I decide to take an easier path and it blows up in my face because something happens that would never have happened if I hadn't taken that path. So Andor is on this planet. He's minding his own fucking business. And just because he looks suspicious, he gets arrested and he gets 6 years in prison. He's about to get 6 years in prison. He didn't even do anything. So it's like, well, fuck. You know what I mean? Like he was meant. There's some destiny shit right here. He was meant to. Though a familiar robot shows up at the end of the episode that some of our Rogue One fans might go, hey. We'll see. We'll see. Which I was shocked. And I don't know if they're going to do it, but I remember them I know he had to be in it because the actor who voiced him, when they first announced Andor, he was there and he was like, so I was like, yeah, but is he going to be in this? But I guess he is. Anywho, this week's episode was another good one, well acted, great drama. It's another downer, in terms of the high of last week's action and whatnot, action mixed with the drama. This one's just kind of like a downer. Like I said, the show has a method. The show has this set up, and back down. That's kind of the pattern of the show, so I'm not shocked. This is another great episode. I give this episode a 9 out of 10. Another great episode, well acted, a shot, a very fun, like I said, they actually did something a little different with Andor that I didn't see coming, with them just allowing him to leave. Like I said, usually the hero doesn't leave. Usually the hero changes his mind at the last second to come back, but the fact that he left. He said, fuck this shit, I'm out. And life just said, are you though? Are you really? Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.